Hey everyone, welcome to Afterwards. I'll just talk. I'll talk very briefly about the dungeon because we've already heard a lot about it. Most of it it was pretty combat heavy, big Medusa fight that went on for quite a while. So I guess the big thing to talk about is we finally got to a situation where there was technically a character death. I killed Christine. Basilisk killed her. Not Basilisk, excuse me. The Medusa uses petrifying gaze. I kind of had pretty much assumed that one party member would be petrified, which is kind of a tough situation. Like, there's a part of me that really hates like Medusas and things like that because they can petrify, and so you're sort of either, especially at this level, they don't have any way to stop that. They have no restoration. They have really no way of reversing that. And while it makes these guys very scary, it also makes them a little bit unfair because, like, you know, Christine takes her thing. There's really no way except for her getting a good dice roll. Like, and the statistics are there. And so really the answer, of course, is if I don't like these things, I should not throw them at the party. But I thought that's what the story called for. And again, I was considering having the Basilisk Rose there as sort of a way to force Clarion and the party to kind of put them at odds a little bit. But that didn't really happen. It kind of felt like the party wasn't really ready for just an outright character death. You just gotta feel it out and be like, was this death satisfying? Will the party be happy with this? Because I think in this case, it would be very frustrating. Rather than if Christine dies in a climax, then, you know, then that death is a little more meaningful. But here it just seems a little random. And, you know, you chalk it up to 2 shitty dice rolls in a row. Like, that's not really something anyone wants. So then we headed back. We kind of... The Basilisk was a little weird when they decided we're going to go fight a Basilisk. I personally think that was a little bit of a meta. After Christine, they barely saved her. Now they're almost out of Basilisk Rose. Were they really going to go and fight a monster that's going to petrify them again? I personally would have been like, we have the Rose. Let's get the fuck out of here before one of us dies. But nevertheless, they went. And so I kind of just I wasn't intending for the Basilisk to be lulled to sleep by the romance novels, but the Basilisk was always determined to be a pet. His name is Dobby, Dobby the Basilisk, and he was always sort of intended to be something that Zythenia kind of kept as a pet. And so when Jamie started reading the stuff out loud, I was like, oh god, that's a perfect setup to have it just sort of relax and go to sleep there on the ceiling, which was just kind of a fun way to dispatch that monster. And then I was a little confused as to why the party stopped attacking, but I think really they were just tired of fighting and tired of having to make these con saves, and I don't blame them. And so I think Brian explained it really well at the end. What kind of their characters were thinking was, you know, they expected it to be this huge, scary monster, and it's not. It's just this little harmless pet, and so they don't really feel the need to kill it to protect anyone anymore. And then they leave through the cultists. I wonder what's going to happen with those cultists, if we'll ever see them back. I don't think so. I don't think there was anyone that particularly stood out there. So all in all, I liked doing the dungeon. I liked doing it with the party. It gave them some treasure, which gave us some good stuff to do later on. We're not going to see another one for the rest of the season, just because of the way that I have it. I have the season mapped out now, and it's really good. Pretty much every episode I'm excited for. So yeah, so next time we'll be able to see Clarion return to his love, Youngzi, and see her father and get all the payment stuff out of the way. So yeah, that'll be an interesting time. And then I have just kind of town time. I don't have anything prepped for next week. This is my prep. I drew a city, and then I drew some monuments and a map, and then I drew Freet, the god of fire. So It's going to be a big old sandbox, so I'm really excited. But I know the points that I have to hit, and I'm excited to hit them. So thanks for watching. I don't really have too much insight into this because I feel like I covered a lot of the dungeon stuff already. But next week should be very exciting. We'll see what these guys get up to. This has been Afterwards. Again, reminding you guys that on the 24th, I have my Q&A just for your questions. The hashtag, is it still written on this? No, of course we erased it.
Threshold Q.
Yeah, threshold Q, the letter N, and capital A. And I'll be doing it, we'll be streaming it live, and we'll post a link probably in this video. So it's going to be this upcoming Saturday, and I'll just be there to answer any questions you guys have about DMing, about Threshold, about running the game, because I would love to sort of share that information. I got plenty of DM stories if you guys want to hear them. So I hope to see you guys this weekend. And I then again hope to see you on Monday for the City of Nod. Thanks for watching. This has been Afterwards.